Are you sick and tired of seeing all the same flipped homes, all the gray and the white? Well, today we're going to go through one of our newest flips here at the edge of Timonium and Cockeysville, Maryland. It's a 5-bed, 3 full bath, ranch style home that's perfect for downsizers or just a traditional family. Be sure to stick around to the end because the best part resides right in the basement that you're not going to see anywhere else. I'm Mike Mislinski and she's Kelly Schuett. We're going to go through today our newest listing coming up here shortly in the month of September. 5-bedroom, 3 full bath ranch style home right off Bosley Avenue in Cockeysville. We took a lot of time with this one to make sure that you're not seeing the same old cookie cutter aspects of flipped homes. We put in high-end appliances, upgraded flooring, upgraded cabinetry, and you're not going to want to miss the upgraded bathrooms. So let's take a look. Okay guys, we are here in the newest flip that we have here. It's essentially right on the edge of Cockeysville and Timonium. So it's a little bit of a tweener area. It's pushed back away from York Road. So you're basically heading east off of York Road. So that's always good. It gives you a little bit more privacy. We're off Bosley Road. We are in basically what they call a ranch style home. So it's essentially 1 floor living. You do have a basement, which is really nice, but you can see just how open this floor plan is, right? If you follow me a bit, you can kind of see like what exactly we're working with. So this is a huge open area. We have an outside area with the deck with some lighting, and you can see the finishes here are much different than your typical run-of-the-mill flip. So we've put in a lot of tender love and care to this thing to make sure it stands out, not only in the neighborhood, but stands out amongst flips overall in the area. This is essentially your main living space. So this whole area is open, right? So you don't even necessarily have to have a dining room table, but the fact that this gives you so much flexibility as to how you want to position your room. You don't have to have something here. You know, it's built, right behind here, there's actually a stand or a rack for a TV so that, you know, it's ready to go. It's got a nice little fireplace. The thing about these fireplaces are the bigger they are, the more energy they use. This is a little guy, so it's not overwhelming, but it's just enough to set the mood, right? We are approaching the fall season. Fireplaces are going to be running, but this gives you a lot of flexibility and frankly, the ability to put in a lot of large furniture. I can't tell you how often I hear, is this going to even fit my furniture? Well, it's definitely going to fit your furniture. I can assure you of that. It's basically got everything here and positioned accordingly so that you can fit in some large furniture. And then this is the dining area. So the table that we have here is not that large, but you can see the island is extremely large once we get over there. But this has the ability to put in a much longer table. So there's 2 seats on each side, and it's really kind of jamming in some seats on the ends, but it's made for, you know, really like a 6-person table. You could probably go a little bit longer, maybe get one of those tables with the leaf to put in it, but it's essentially made for that. And then we got the high-end luxury LVP flooring. So it's not gray. The grays are out. The grays are completely out. We put in a luxury vinyl plank here, making it stand out, making it a little bit nicer than all of your run-of-the-mill flips that you see probably as you're shopping, either if you're here in the Maryland area or anywhere else in the country. It has become so prevalent that all of these flips have this gray and stark white. It's just horrible. In my opinion, I used to be in the dental industry a long time ago, and essentially all of those flips kind of look like a dental office to me, but I guess that's people's prerogative. All right, so now let's take a look at this kitchen. As you can see, we've put in a lot of work here to this kitchen. Gold fixtures, high-end lighting, oversized countertops, non-builder grade cabinetry, all high-end cabinetry, soft close. It makes such a difference. So just think about the other flips that you've seen, maybe even on our own channel here. Some of those cabinets are really just plain Jane, right? They're run-of-the-mill, essentially the same ones you see at Home Depot, even though we don't get them from Home Depot. and they're just very cookie cutter. This is giving it a lot of character. As you'll see, the cabinets are wide, they're much larger, and they give you the ability to put in some larger pots and pans and that type of thing. I can't tell you how many times I hear, yeah, these cabinets are new, but they're actually kind of small, right? They're not deep, right? They're not wide enough. So if you have a growing family, potentially, and you have all this stuff, or you have a large family and you want to cook for a lot of people, you have these, these contraptions, all this kind of stuff, right? So you need the storage to do so. Huge wall backsplash, so it's not just, under the cabinets, it goes up the wall, above the range, really, really nice. And then obviously all high-end black stainless steel Samsung appliances.
Thinking about relocating to Baltimore? Well, I've got just the thing for you. My team and I have actually taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research, and I've linked it all down below.
From top employers to best hospitals and a boatload of other things, all the stuff you'll need to know before making the move to in and around Baltimore. The best part, this guide is entirely free. Just click the link in the description at the top pinned comment. Hope this helps. And now we're in the bathroom. What's nice is we have this shower door, and it actually collapses a bit so that it gives you the ability, if you have younger children and it's bath time, if you're anything like me, that's what I deal with. I deal with my knees sitting right here and then my kids in the tub. So if you have a stationary glass that doesn't move completely, then you're stuck being at the end of the tub. Whereas this completely folds so that it gives you the ability to actually push the glass back, open it, and have full range of motion, so to speak, for the kiddos. But everything has the matching gold throughout, which is a nice touch. That's typically not something that you would see in a flip. We do have a towel warmer here. Also, not something that you'd see in a normal flip. And the vanity, which is right here, and also gold nature. Let's check out the other rooms. All right, we're here in the bedroom that is essentially on the back side of the house, closest to the kitchen, closest to the bathroom there. But this is plenty big for a kid or a roommate or whatever. We will say that we did put in carpet into the bedrooms that you'll notice. And that's because after talking to all these people, it gives it a little bit more of a homey feel. The vibe is a little bit warmer, right? I can't tell you how often we go into these homes and people feel like if the rooms aren't staged, say, this vibe is just so cold and dreary and blank. Whereas this gives it some warmth, some character, and some feel. So that's based on just how people are feeling in the market right now, what we're seeing, how we're talking to people. That could change, but right now that's kind of how we feel. All right, so let's check out the next bedroom. This bedroom is next to the primary bedroom, sandwiched between the bedroom we were just in on the far end of the house, closest to the driveway. So again, about the same size, maybe a little bit larger than the last room that we had, but essentially the same layout and the same aspects. Carpet, again, just because it feels a little bit homey. Now we're into the primary bedroom, much larger of a room, have some nice sconces on the wall there, a ceiling fan above us, a closet, a bathroom, and a fireplace with a TV attachment above it. Look, we had to spruce it up a little bit. I like the green, especially. I know Kelly does. Kelly green, duh. But this room is much larger and it's on the front side of the house, right? Remember, we're in a ranch style home, so these rooms got to go somewhere. And this room is on the front side of the house. But you'll see, I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but everything is gold. Not just the faucets and things like that, but the handles and all of the screw-ins that handle the doors, the knobs, everything. Now we're in this beautiful bathroom. So we have a soaking tub in there. We have these beautiful high glass doors, tile throughout, right? So typically on a lot of flips, you're gonna see homes where it's just a pan or an insert, right? It just gets so boring. People are so tired of that. People want a little bit nicer things, especially, right? Think about yourself. If you're spending all this money, right? You want something not kind of like the bottom of the barrel, but just a little bit more upgraded, especially in an area where it calls for it, right? So we've tried to really hone in on elevating the game a bit so that, you know, somebody that buys a flipped home is actually coming into a little bit of luxury, right? So these are all upgraded, higher end things that we've put in here. Nothing has been skimmed on. And as you see myself in the mirror, we got double vanity. So if it's two of you, you each have your own sinks, okay? So now let's go into the basement, which is probably my favorite, where the remaining 2 bedrooms are.
Hey guys, it's Kelly. I'm here with Mike as well. And as much as I love making these videos, there's one thing I love even more, and that's helping families and people from all across the country make a move here to Baltimore. I moved here about 20 years ago and I've never looked back. I love helping countless families make the move as well. So whether you're coming out next week, next month, or even next year, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is right here on the screen, and I've linked the description in case you missed the on-screen pop-up. Look forward to helping you and your family make the move to Baltimore.
Okay, now we're in the basement. This is probably my favorite part because the entire thing is open, besides the bedrooms and obviously the bathroom. But it gives you a ton of space to have, you know, entertaining done, to watch the football game, potentially the Ravens if you're a local, or whatever team that you root for, if you're coming into town. Huge layout. It actually has the insert too with the fireplace for the TV so that you can actually catch, you know, as large of a TV and not have it like protruding from the wall. So it's a really nice setup over there. But again, carpet down here, give it a little bit more homey feel, makes it a little bit less cold in my opinion. But essentially it's the whole length of the house, right? The whole length of the house. So it's a lot of square footage down here, absolutely. And now, let's take a look up close to the rest of the basement. Okay, we are in the far side bedroom, right? So we came down the stairs, which is right behind the kitchen, and now we're here in this bedroom. It is considered a bedroom because not only do we have a door, which you guys are standing in right now, we do have a closet, which is a walk-in, but we do have a full window. So, you know, some people try to count a bedroom as ones that is pretty much a dungeon with either no windows or a very small window. This is a full window, so in the event of emergency, you're actually able to get out. But if I'm living here and maybe I'm living with a roommate, or, you know, if I'm a teenager again, which would be great, I'm living down here for sure. I mean, it's great. It's a huge room and it's nice and cool. And then we got the walk-in closet, as I said. So let's check out the other bedroom and this absolutely stunning bathroom. All right, we're here in the other bedroom. The good news about this bedroom is that it actually has 2 closets. One is kind of like a regular closet, and then we have the walk-in over here. So, but again, huge open area, doors, closets, and obviously, again, a full window to actually have it count as a bedroom, which you're not gonna see very often, especially in something that's been flipped, because this costs a lot of money to do. All right, so now for the grand finale, the bathroom down here. The bathroom down here is a gem. It's awesome. So let's take a look. Huge bathroom, huge. This shower allows you to actually walk into it. So, what's up guys? I'm here in the shower. Huge. You could fit 5 people in here. Absolutely huge. You're not gonna find this in a normal flip. Flooring is great. The toilets, the towel warmers, it's all just a little bit more than what you're gonna find in your traditional flip. So, if you're interested in something like this, a ranch style home, or getting into the area of Cockeysville, Timonium / Hunt Valley, and you wanna find out more about what's going on, either on the market, but especially off market, maybe some of our flips, some of the other properties that we know about that aren't traditionally on the market, be sure to comment off market in the comments so that we can reach out to you and provide you with our list of off market properties. But this stuff will never see the light of the day of the internet. So for Kelly, I'm Mike. Be sure to check out our other videos and videos on the lifestyle either surrounding Hunt Valley, Cockeysville, and Timonium. And we will catch you on the next video.